What's up, guys? It's a moment for me to the meatless, and today I want to talk about how much protein you really need on a vegan diet. I've already talked about this in a few videos before, but I feel like this topic is really, really confusing for a lot of people because you have people out here telling you that, it's my shirt, telling you that you don't need as much protein as you think you need, telling you, that you don't need protein at all. You have people telling you all sorts of things. And so I just want to set it straight once and for all, guys. And who am I to say how much protein you need on a vegan diet and how much protein you should be getting? Well, I am 6'4", 232 pounds with a six pack. If you don't believe me about the six pack, you can look. I have at least two videos, at least two. I think I have more than, I'm sure, I'm 100% sure I have more than that, but at least two videos really showing my abs. So I'm not gonna do that right now, but um, that's all muscle. I'm very strong, very very strong, and so that's who I am, right? I'm also a NASM certified personal trainer, and I've helped a lot of people to build muscle, lose body fat, and things like that. But most importantly, I walk it, right? So you can see my physique. You can see right now. What I've been doing is having higher protein for about a week now, almost a week, and you can see my muscle size, the difference, right? So I went like way lower in protein for a while because there are other things that are important to me. Like I already built the physique I wanted 15 years ago, so sometimes I prioritize health. Sometimes I prioritize eating less. Sometimes I prioritize eating less protein. Sometimes I prioritize eating no salt. And I like to also try different things out and see how those things affect my body and my mind and my art that I make and all those kinds of things. So, so yeah, that's where I'm coming from, and that's who I am to say this. So, okay, let's get into it, guys. That's a serious, long preface to just get into what we're talking about. But uh, let's just go for it, guys. So you need the science will tell you that you need minimum zero point 0.6 grams per pound of body weight. I don't know what that is in kilograms, but you can easily Google it. And that they're right on that, okay? And I'm even going to go a step further than that, and I'm going to tell you guys that I notice better results with zero point 0.7, zero point 0.7, zero point 0.8 grams. For me, even up to zero point 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. That means 80 grams of protein per 100 pounds of body weight. And the leaner you are, the more protein you're going to need because the more of your weight is muscle. Okay. I don't have much fat on my body at all. So therefore, I need to have, you know, more protein because that weight is a lot more of it is muscle than on a person, let's say, who doesn't have abs or who can barely see their abs and has fat all over their body. So for me, I have to have a bit more, but zero point 0.7 grams per pound of body weight, you can't go wrong with that. If you're getting that, then you're gonna probably maximize your muscle. And if you want to, be a little safer, you can go a little bit higher than that to zero point 0.8. And that's what works for me. Okay, that's what always consistently has worked for me over years and years and years and years and years. And so that's what I'm gonna recommend to you guys. If you have less than that, it doesn't mean you can't build muscle, but it does mean that you hold back your ability to build muscle. And of course, like I know some of you guys may say, well, there's this fruitarian that I know that built, muscle on a low protein fruitarian diet. And so here's the thing with that. I'll explain that real quick. When you go from doing nothing to something, you can build some muscle regardless of if you eat an all bread diet, if you go from sitting on your butt or just walking or running long distance, doing endurance cardio to lifting weights or doing calisthenics, you're going to build some muscle just from doing that, regardless of what you're eating. Even if you're not eating enough, but you're going to hold yourself massively back from what you could do and how your body could really look. It's never going to have that look of like, wow, you know what I mean? Of the look that comes whenever you have like a significant amount of muscle mass and low body fat. That's a look that when you see that, your jaw kind of hits the floor. and you're never going to have that if you don't get enough protein. So there's no way around it. I've even tried. I have multiple videos that I've done that were like me experimenting with a low protein diet, and every single time I lost muscle, I lost strength, I lost performance, and beyond that, I didn't notice any added health benefits. I already felt great. I already feel great. So I just want to clarify that with you guys. So if you're not getting enough protein and you're trying to build muscle, my recommendation is make sure that you get that bare minimum of protein, which, really, to be safe, a minimum of zero point 0.7 grams per pound of body weight. And you may say, well, I can't do that. Well, you just have to ask, what is important to you? What is a priority to you? If building muscle, if having a certain kind of a physique is not a priority to you, then don't do it. But if it is a priority to you, then you will figure out a way. You have to. It's not that hard. I also have videos explaining what to eat. You can also contact me. I work with people one on one. We can set up a free call. My email will be down in the description below. I am a NASM certified personal trainer, like I said in the beginning of the video. But you need your protein, guys. I really want to put an end to this BS about protein, because there's people that need to stay in their lane talking about protein like they know, and they don't know what they're talking about. People from the 80-10-10 field and things like that, and they're like, you can build muscle. It's like, yes, you can build a certain amount of muscle, but you cannot have the look of a bodybuilder or an elite kind of an athlete that is explosive. You can have the look of an endurance athlete, because they often look like they're emaciated or things like that. So you can have that, but if you really want to have, that look to your physique of the muscle, the size, the roundness, for a man, having shoulders that really pop off, having a chest that really comes off, and having a back that's wide, looking big and strong in a shirt, not just, having some definition out of a shirt, and or for a woman having those curves. If you really want to have that, you're going to need to get your protein. Of course, I understand a lot of a woman having curves is genetic as well. So I'm not talking about that. But to really build that size, you've got to get the fuel. Fuel is amino acids. Get those for protein. So I hope this helps you guys. I'm going to make more videos where I say that. I'm going to keep saying this until people finally get it through their heads. You have to have enough protein. I don't care what medical medium said. I don't care what Doug Graham said. Those guys don't have the muscle. They've never had it. They've, worked with a few people that built muscle doing it, but they didn't really build any substantial, significant muscle mass. You have to get enough protein, and it's not as much as a lot of people believe that you need, but it is more than that. So I hope this helps you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see on the next one, and that's it. I'm out. Peace.